This is Wayne Lang, voice of the West Branch Bears, welcoming you to Week 4 of West Branch Bear football. Once again, we should have a great night of football here. We find ourselves on the road at the home of the Wapello Indians. The first time that the Bears have played here in Wapello for a long time, if not maybe I know it's not the first time ever. We were talking with some of the old-timers who said they had played down here many years ago, but it's the first time in recent history that the Bears have played down here at Wapello. 5 points, 3 points, 6 points, 3 weeks, 3 defeats by a total of 14 points. Week 4, West Branch. That's the way the season is stacked up so far for Wapello, which has 11 returning letter winners from a 5-4 team. I hope we can give West Branch a game, said Wapello coach Steve Boland, whose club has given up an average of only 13 points in games against Columbus Junction, Mediapolis, and Bellevue. The Indians are led by junior running back Josh Bowman, who is averaging 100 yards per game, and offensive guard Bob Hodges. We've consistently run the ball well all year, Boland said. We haven't thrown the ball that well. Boland said the biggest problem for his defense is that it's on the field so much. Opponents, he said, are probably averaging 75% on third down conversions. Contributing to that are 9 turnovers in 3 games to none by opponents. That included a fumble on the 1 in a 10-7 Wapello loss to Mediapolis. This past week, the player honors for the Bears were Mike Osmondson won the Yellow Jersey Award as the player who most helped prepare the Bears for Regina. The Slobber Knocker Award for the best hit in a game went to Jason Vincent for the Durant-Bennett game, and to both Corey Kessler and Pat Gates for the Regina game. The Class 1A District 5 football standings for this week: Alburnett, Bellevue, Northeast, and West Branch are all tied at 1-0 in the district. Alburnett's 3-0 overall, Bellevue is 2-1, Northeast is 2-1, and West Branch is 2-1. Iowa City, Regina, Winfield, Mount Union, Midland, Wapello all come in at Wapello is 0-0 in district play. Iowa City, Regina, Winfield, Mount Union, and Midland are all 0-1 in district play. Regina is 2-1 overall, Winfield, Mount Union is 1-2 overall, Midland is 0-3 overall, and Wapello is 0-3 overall. Bears are coming off a huge win last week at Oliphant Street Field, the Little Rose Bowl. They defeated Iowa City, Regina, who is ranked number 10 in Class 1A, 26-6. So one thing I think we saw last week was the Bear defense was stingy as always, but the Bear offense is starting to come around. Once that happens, I think you're in for a great year of West Branch Bear football again. We'll be back in just a second to bring you tonight's game. Set to go here at Wapello, number 95, Hayden Varner kicking off for the Bears this week. Wapello will receive. Varner's kick is straight down the field, taken at the Wapello 20-yard line to the 25, out to the 30, and down at about the Wapello 32-yard line. Number 20, Jason Vincent, in on that tackle for the Bears on that kickoff. Wapello takes over 1st and 10 on their own 32 to start this first series of the football game. Handoff in the backfield, and straight ahead for no gain, number 9, O'Neill in there, and number 66, Jeff Tyler at nose guard for the Bears. 65, Larry Kuzman at that right tackle spot, number 3, Coleman at right end. 2nd down, 11, loss of a yard on that first play from scrimmage. This time they hand off around that right side to number 22. He turns it in, and number 51, Fennell, does a great job from the linebacker spot on that tackle. Jeremiah Sabrin at left tackle for the Bears. Number 87, Kip Peterson at left defensive end. O'Neill and Fennell at linebacker. Kessler, Murphy, Vincent in that defensive backfield. Pressure on the passer over the middle. It's complete to number 81, the tight end, but that's going to be short of the first down, a gain of about 6 yards. Number 81, the tight end that caught the football, will be the person to kick here for Wapello. He'll be punting from about his own 26-yard line. Murphy and Gates back as usual for the Bears. It's a high kick. Gates is going to field it at the 29, around the right side, cuts it back inside, takes a wicked hit at about the 38-yard line. Handling that punt, and a nice return by Pat Gates. As you'll recall, last week in that Regina game, he had a big punt return that really got the Bears going and basically put the game away. Murphy in motion to the left. 1st and 10 for the Bears. Nice hole up the middle. That's Howie Gates. Bears set to go here. Gates picks up 4 yards on that first down carry. Nice hole over the right side of that Bear line. Finland Babcock at guard for the Bears. Teasdale and Sabrin at tackle. Handoff this time over the left side to Gates, and he's met 2 yards deep in the backfield and leads them out of the huddle. This is a very good Wapello defense we're seeing here tonight. They've not given up many points this season. 3rd down and 8 for the Bears. Murphy in motion to the left. Coleman fakes a handoff under heavy pressure, and he's going to be, gets rid of the ball, and it's incomplete, intended. Bears set to go here. Corey Kessler will do the punting. He had over a 40-yard average last week. Did a great job punting. And we have a flag. Bears get a 5-yard legal procedure penalty there. Kessler to punt once again from his own 25. Oh, a tremendous kick. All the way down, and it's fumbled. Down to the 5, down to the 1, to the 2. Bears have a man down there. Number 74 misses him, and number 9, O'Neill, comes in and helps. 1st and 10 Wapello on their own 15. Boy, they averted disaster there. The ball was fumbled all the way back to the goal line. The Bears just couldn't get down there quick enough to get it. Kessler's kick will try to get some yardage here pretty quick. No gain up the middle. Wapello picks up 1 yard on that first down carry, so it's 2nd and we'll call it 9 here. Ball on the Wapello 16-yard line. Back to throw under heavy pressure from Peterson. It's intercepted by Murphy, and he'll be down at the Wapello 25-yard line. First big turnover of the game. Murphy intercepts the pass, McConaughey's pass, on about the Wapello 25-yard line with 7:30 to go first quarter, no score. Murphy in motion left. Handoff over the right side to Gates, and it's jammed up, cuts it back inside, down to the 20, down to the Gates. Pat Gates, that is, of the brothers Gates, picks up 8 yards on that first down carry. Ball on about the Wapello 16-yard line. This time they pitch it to Howie Gates around that left side, has a little room, cuts it back inside, down to about the 10, trying to capitalize on the Wapello turnover here. 1st and 10, that's the first and 10 of the ball game. Ball down on about the Wapello 12-yard line. This time they hand off to Howie Gates again. He has a nice hole, stays on his feet. He's dead. Team's trying to key on number 32, Pat Gates, but don't forget about his younger brother, Howie. Pretty good back in his own right here. 2nd down, we'll call it 5. Hand off to him again, right there at the middle. He could go. And on that drive, it was 25 yards on 4 plays. Zach Thomas in for the first time this season to trap the extra point, and I'll tell you what, that little young man is limp. Number 95, Hayden Varner, set to kick off for the Bears. Like we said before, sure good to see number 30 for the Bears, little number 30, Zach Thomas, just a sophomore, and he's going to be a good kicker, folks. Just remember me telling you that. Taken at the Wapello 15-yard line, out to the 20-25. Number 66 there, down the left side, still going all the way out to about Wapello on that kickoff by Varner. Takes the ball all the way out to the West Branch 42, or to the Wapello 42-yard line. 5:38 to go here in this first quarter. Bears ahead, number 22 for Wapello. Ooh, if you'll recall in the pregame, he won one of the slobber knockers last week. I think you can see why. 2nd down and 8 for Wapello here. Ball on about the Wapello 43-44-yard line. Handoff, a little inside reverse, and boy, oh boy, Coleman played that one perfect. And we'll call it 12 after that loss of 4. Boy, Mike Coleman, defensive end and quarterback, played that great. Look for the ball in the air here. Ball on the Wapello 40, back to throw, under pressure. Has time, has a man out there, down that left side, and almost caught, and we're going to have an interference flag. All right, the Bears have a pass interference call on him. Gives Wapello the ball 1st and 10 at the Bear 45-yard line here. Back to throw again, a little slant in pattern to number 22, and he drops it. Wapello set to go, 2nd and 10. Number 22 for Wapello going over the middle there. I think he might have heard footsteps. Bear defense, a little handoff over the right side. Oh, a nice play there. Let's see who that is when they get up. That's number 61, Jeremiah Saburn. Number 87, Kip Peterson in on that last tackle also. 3rd down and 10 here. Wapello in Bear territory at the Bear 45. A little slant in pattern again to number 22, and it's just 24 to go in this first quarter. 7-0 West Branch. Bears held here. Wapello to kick from about the 45. Ball hits and takes a Wapello bounce, and boy, it's headed for the goal line, and I don't know what's going on here. The Wapello player touches it. Bears got a break there. Wapello touched that ball, and somehow it got booted in the end zone. Anyway, the Bears will start at their own 20. Murphy in motion to the left. Coleman hands off over the right side to Gates, and he's stacked up at the line of scrimmage, and he'll get nowhere. 2:45 to go in this first quarter. 2nd down and 9 for the Bears. They lead 7-0 down here at Wapello. Gates gets 1 yard on that first down carry, brings up a 2nd and 9. Coleman back to throw, has time, looks downfield, has a man over the middle. That's that big tight end, Peterson, and he's good for about 7 yards. Nice to see the Bears throw here. Coleman getting that confidence with every game as the season progresses, and they got a great target there in that big tight end, Kip Peterson. Coming across the middle, 3rd and 4. Handoff right up the middle to Gates. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Wapello should come out of this with pretty good field position here. Kessler to punt from his own 15. That last punt he had was huge, way over 50 yards. Snaps back, it's a good snap, and there goes another punt. It's an end over end, and Wapello should be able to return this one from their 30. And he's going to be hemmed in at about the 40-yard line. Boy, a nice run back by Wapello. Bears pick up their 3rd penalty of this first quarter with a minute to go. Gives Wapello 1st and 10 on the Bear 42-yard line, so they're right back where they left off on that last series. Bear defense needs to stiffen here. Little quick pass. Coleman gets up and knocks the ball down. Complete pass. Wapello is 1 for 5 in the passing department for 6 yards. Those big two tall, tight defensive ends for the Bears, Coleman and Peterson, are hard to throw over. They get up in the air, and they got a man open over the middle, and it's incomplete. In this quarter, Wapello faced with a 3rd and 10, by far the biggest play of the quarter for them. Called a timeout here to make sure they got the right play. They need to get over the Bear 30 for a 1st and 10. Rolls right under pressure and has a man out there, and it's complete at about the 30-yard line, and I think their 2nd first down of this first quarter with 46 seconds to go here. 7-0 West Branch. Back to throw. There's that slant in again, and it's almost intercepted. 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Boy, Kessler made a diving attempt for that interception. Wapello pulling out all the stops here. Bear defensive secondary being tested. Back to throw again. The blitz is on, and down he goes. All the way back at, we're going to call it the Bear 30, we'll say 40-yard line here, 41-yard line. Big loss, 11-yard loss on the quarterback sack. Wapello a little mixed up on the formation here with 3 seconds to go. I don't think they're going to get the playoff, and they get a flag for too much time. 3rd and 25. That was the end of the first quarter. This will be the first play of the second quarter. Ball all the way back now at the Bear 46-yard line. If you'll recall, they were down on the 30. Heavy pressure, and the number 65, Kuzman, flushes him out of the pocket, and then they simply let him go, and he runs up. Great defense by the Bears. Gates and Murphy back as usual. Wapello punts from their 38-yard line. Murphy's going to take it, or Gates takes it, fumbles, and I think Wapello got the ball back. Gates fumbles that punt at about the Bear 23-yard line. So once again, the defense back out on the field. Back to throw, looks left, pumps once, then goes long, has a man out there, and intercepted by the Bears. That's Murphy. He could go 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, down that right sideline all the way out to about the Bear 40. Give Luke Murphy credit for the interception, but give Corey Kessler credit for tipping that ball, the old tip drill, and Murphy's in the right place at the right time. And boy, that young man, that's his 2nd interception. Coleman cuts it upfield, has a nice hole on his feet to the 45, all the way out to about the 48-yard line. Nice run by Mike Coleman. 9 yards there. 11 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Bears lead 7-0 here at Wapello. Ball out on the Bear 48-yard line. 2nd down and 2. Fakes a handoff, wants to throw, looks downfield for that big tight end. He's got him, and it's going to be pass interference. He would have had that ball if he wouldn't have got bumped at the Wapello 25-yard line. Well, folks, I think you see the advantage of being 6'6" versus 5'6" there. The Wapello defender really had no choice. That ball may have went for a touchdown unless he bumps Peterson. And Coleman once again fumbles the ball, and Wapello's going to have it. Their offense self-destructs here with another fumble, and Wapello takes over once again at their own 35-yard line after Coleman fumbles that ball on the option. Wapello defender simply went straight for the ball that time. Ball is fumbled by Wapello, and we'll wait and see. It's still on the ground. I think the Bears have it. 87. Well, it's not pretty, folks, but the Bear offense has the ball back. Number 87, Kip Peterson, on that fumble recovery, so they take over at their own, or at the Wapello 36-yard line. We have a timeout. There's a timeout there after that turnover, so once again, try to reset the table here. The Bears have the ball at the Wapello 36-yard line. 1st and 10 with 10:32 to go. Second quarter, they lead 7-0 here. Gates turns that right corner. And a nice run by Pat Gates. He'll down and 1. Pat Gates rips off 9 yards on that first down carry, and I'm sure the Bears would love to stuff another one here in here before half. Like we said, though, this is a good Wapello defense. O'Neill in motion to the left. Handoff over left side to Howie Gates, and he'll have the first down. 1st and 10 Bears. Ball down on the Wapello 25-yard line. Yard marker is kind of hard to see here. They're down along the sidelines. Pitch to Gates. Pat Gates sweeps that right side, puts his head down, still on his feet, down to the 20. And boy, there's a bunch of people. He is very strong. As you can, Reynolds is happy when he can get 5 yards on first down. Brings up a 2nd and 5. Ball down on the Wapello 20-yard line. Coleman fakes a handoff, keeps it himself, and he's caught inside there, but he still gets a couple. 3rd down and 4 for the Bears. 22 Kessler brings the play in. Gates in the backfield. Murphy out wide right. Kessler to the left. Or excuse me, that's O'Neill. This time they hand off to Gates, and he has a room to run down to the 10, to the 5. Dragging players with him and down to about the 1-yard line. To assert itself, but boy, oh boy, give credit to Pat Gates. And we have a whistle here. Out, as we said, now they come back on the field. 1st and goal at the 1, and there was players moving all over the place, but it's a touchdown West Branch. Bears score with 7:35 to go in this second quarter. They appear they're going to go for 2 here. As we said before, Thomas kind of limped off the field after that last extra point. Coleman rolls right, and he has all day to run. He'll have the 2 points. So the Bears make it 15-0 here with 7:35 to go at Wapello. Big Hayden Varner kicking off for the Bears from his own 40. Line drives it down the field. It goes, hits at the 30. It looks like it may go out of bounds, and it will at about the 17-yard line. So the Bears, Wapello will have their option here of either taking the ball or re-kick. Takes over on their 7th offensive series. They had the choice of either taking it at their own 35 or having the Bears re-kick. They elected to take it at their own 35 here. Man in motion to the right, and we have a flag. 1st down and 15 for Wapello here. They get a 5-yard illegal motion penalty. Ball now on their own 30. They've not been reluctant to throw, and they will again, and a tremendous hit from the backside by number 3, Mike Coleman. Tremendous hit there by Mike Coleman. Now it's 2nd down and 20 for Wapello. They're back at their own 24-yard line. Motion to the left this time. Handoff over the left side, and number 9 O'Neill in there at on tackle for the Bears at the 19 here. Coach Peterson, once again, I'm sure is proud of this Bear defense. They've been able to carry this team in the early season. Very stingy again tonight. Back to throw. Under heavy pressure. Blitz is on, and number 87, Peterson misses him. And number 65, Kuzman comes back for the sack. Number 81 for Wapello, that's Gerst, set to kick. Heavy pressure. It's a line drive. Kessler backs up. He's going to field it at the Bear 42. Comes over this left side, gets a nice block, and he could go a ways down to the 50 to the 45 and out of bounds at about the Wapello 44-yard line. Has a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty tacked on, so the ball down on the Wapello 29-yard line with 5:30 to go here in this second quarter. Pitch to Gates. He has some blockers. Hits that seam quick and down at about the 25. Gates gets 5 yards on that first down carry, and as we've said all night, getting 5 yards on first down is a great plus for this offense. Makes it a lot easier on Coach Rummels. Coleman back to throw. Little inside pitch, and the ball is, that's an incomplete pass. After the incomplete shovel pass there, brings up a 3rd, and we'll call it 6 here for the Bears. Ball just on the Wapello 25. Bears probably in 4-down territory here. Fakes a handoff, has a man coming open down there. That's Kessler, and he has him. Touchdown Bears, and that's a 25-yard scoring strike. That last drive by the Bears was 30 yards, 3 plays. Of course, the big play, the 25-yard pass from Coleman to Kessler. Bears go for 2 once again. O'Neill in motion to the left. Coleman pitches to O'Neill, and he should get this. He has a... Oh, he did not get it. Great play by Wapello there to hold him out. We got a second here. We'll try to bring you up to speed as to what all has transpired here at Wapello with about 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go in that second quarter. Number 10 for Wapello, Brett McConaughey, their quarterback, had some type of neck injury, was down on the field for probably close to a half an hour. And what they did is then called it halftime, so they basically just called it with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second quarter. We're back out here now after a long, long delay, ready to start the second half. Some stats from that first half. Total plays, the Bears 21, Wapello 21. Running plays, the Bears had 17, Wapello had 12. Passing plays, the Bears had 4, Wapello had 9. Total rushing yards for the Bears was 89 for Wapello. This is a great statistic, a minus 32. Passing, Coleman was 2 for 4 for 32 yards, and McConaughey was 2 for 9 for 16 yards. Bears had 2 fumbles, Wapello 1. Bears had 3 penalties for 35 yards. Wapello had 4 for 40. Total yards, 121 for the Bears, minus 16 for Wapello. Kick's going to go down to Kessler at about the 15-yard line. He hands the ball off to Gates up the right side. Has a nice little seam to go through there, out to about the 40. In that first half, Coleman had 4 carries for 17. Howie Gates had 7 carries for 24, and Pat Gates had 6 carries for 47 yards. Receiving, Kessler had 1 catch for 25 yards, and Kip Peterson had 1 for 7. Coleman hands off over the right side to Gates. He hits in the backfield, down to the 50, to the 45, and okay, Gates rips off 15 yards on that first play from scrimmage to start the second half. Bears down on the Wapello 42-yard line. 1st and 10. Hand off to Howie Gates right up the middle, and he's hit by a whole host of Indians there. 2nd down and 8 here for the Bears. Ball on the Wapello 40-yard line. Bears lead this thing 21-0 with 11:05 to go third quarter. Coleman's done a nice job at quarterback. A little quick pass to Kessler out here in the left flat, and that'll be complete. Nice pass by Coleman. You just see the young man picking up confidence as the season goes on here. 3rd down and 5. Kessler with his 2nd reception of the evening. He's had 2 catches for 30 yards. O'Neal in motion to the left. Coleman back to throw under heavy pressure. Has a nice screen set up to the tight end. Peterson cuts it back inside down to about the 35-yard line. Here, 4th and 2. And this has been a stingy Wapello defense when it comes to these short yardage situations. The Bears need some good blocking in that interior line. Keep this drive alive. Hand off to Pat Gates, and he has a nice hole over the right side. And Pat Gates now starting to rack the yards up here as this Wapello defense starts to tire a little bit. Another 1st and 10 for the Bears. That's their 9th one of the game. Hand off over the right side. Boy, Gates gets hit in the backfield, and he still gets about 4 yards. Gates just doing a great job. We've got him with 9 carries, 76 yards. 2nd down and 7. Fakes the handoff, has a man out there in the open, and it looks like the pattern somehow got broke off on 7 after the incomplete pass. It kind of looked like I don't know what happened, but Coleman went back to throw and overthrew it, so you don't know if he overthrew or if the receiver broke the route or what. But anyway, 3rd down and 7. Little delayed draw to Gates, and boy, Wapello plays that well. Bears faced with a 4th and 10 with 8:10 to go in this third quarter. They lead 21-0 here at Wapello. Fakes a handoff, tries that shovel pass, and he's going to be hemmed in, still on his feet, and he's going to lose about 3 or 4 yards. Strange night going here at Wapello, folks. This time, number 3, Mike Coleman, the West Branch quarterback, is on the field for about 15 minutes with some type of back injury, but he went off under his own power, so Wapello has taken over the ball here after the Bears failed on 4th down. So here at Wapello, it's 20 after 9, and we're just got about 8:30 left here in the third quarter. So could be a late night. Back to throw. New quarterback in for Wapello, as we said, because their quarterback is the one that was injured right before halftime, and so this. Yeah. All right, 3rd down and 20, and as we said before, number 25 in at quarterback now for Wapello. That's Brad Hayes. He under a lot of pressure, and the Bears are going to takes a tremendous lick, and the ball is incomplete. Number 81 set to punt for Wapello. That's Jaron Gerst. We've got Kessler and Gates back, standing at about the 50-yard line. In fact, right on the 50. It's a great kick over their head. It's going to bounce at the Bear 35, 30, and it's going to roll dead at about the Bear 22-yard line. What was that? Bears take over on offense, and boy, a dangerous play right there at the end. If that West Branch player would have touched that ball, it could have been trouble. But anyway, number 2, Gabe Waters at quarterback now for the Bears. That's a sophomore getting his first varsity action here at Wapello. Handoff over the right side to Gates. And what a run leads them out of the huddle here. Babcock and Fenwick guards. Saban and Teasdale at the tackles. Peterson at tight end. Kessler out wide left. Hand off to Gates, and ooh, he takes a wicked hit right. Jay Schultz brings a play in for the Bears. That's another sophomore that the Bears have brought up to the varsity. Doing a fine job. Kessler goes out. 3rd and 7 here. O'Neill in motion, and we have a flag. Procedure against the Bears brings up a 3rd and 13 here. Nice to see number 3, Mike Coleman, back in at quarterback for the Bears. And it's a quick kick, and it's going to be a good one because it's going to take a Bear bounce. Going to go to the 50, to the 40, to the 35, and going to be down at the Wapello 35-yard line. Nice. Their own 35 for their second series of this second half. The first series netted them minus 10 yards. This time they run right. Ooh, a nice play out there by number 20. That's Jason Vincent. Nice play by Jason Vincent. That's another sophomore. So as you can see, this is a very young West Branch Bear football team. 2nd down and 10. Handoff right up the middle. The ball's out, and I think Kip Peterson fell on it for the recovery. Kip Peterson, number 87, a defensive end, falls on that football for the Bears. I think that's his second fumble recovery of the evening. So the Bears take over on the Wapello 32-yard line. And we have a flag. Okay, we thought there was a flag thrown, but it wasn't. It was a timeout by Wapello. So it's still 1st and 10 Bears, ball on the Wapello 32-yard line. Coleman back in there at quarterback. Nice to see. Howie Gates gets the ball on his feet. We got a flag in the interior, which is probably going to indicate holding on West Branch. That's a holding penalty there. So after the nice run by Howie Gates, it brings up a 1st and 20. Ball back to about the Wapello 43-yard line. Coleman back to throw, has time. Looks out there in the flat, has a man out there, and that's Howie Gates, and it's after the incomplete pass intended for Gates. Ball still on the Wapello 42-43-yard line. Coleman back to throw, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, intended for the tight end, and he had to rush that throw just a little bit. Still 3rd and 20 after the incomplete pass. Pressure was put on Coleman that time, a little slow getting up, but he's back in there. He's a tough young man. They need to get to the Wapello 22 here. Back to throw. Has pressure, has a man out there, pumps once, throws the ball, has a man down there. That's O'Neill. And a good play there by Wapello on defense. Number 74 in there for the Bears, Tom DeMelnier, and we wanted to get his name on earlier. He made a couple nice tackles on kickoffs, so snaps back to Kessler. He goes, it's off the side of his foot. It's going to be not a real good punt. As much as we hate to say it, that was about a 5-yard punt. So Wapello takes over at their own 40-yard line here with 3:11 to go, and I believe they fumbled. Number 61 for the Bears has it. Huddle. That was Jeremiah Sabern on that fumble recovery. Bears take over at the Wapello 40. That's Wapello's second straight fumble. Gates has a hole, and he's going to go this time down to the 30, to the 25. What a run. Pat Gates, what a great run by... It was that easy all the time, but Gates breaks one there. A 40-yard run by Pat Gates. That puts him over the 100-yard mark. That gives him 13 carries, 117 yards. The Bears go with a full house backfield. Pitch back to O'Neill. He heads for the corner, and this time he's going to get in. So the Bears convert the 2-point conversion, and that's going to make it 29-0 West Branch with 2:58 to go in this third quarter. Probably get the back of my head is about what it is. Number 95, that's big Hayden Varner to kick off here from the 40. Holy cow, line drive down to the 10-yard line. Nice kick by Varner. Straight up the middle, and oh man, there's a lick put on him at about the 30-yard line, and we couldn't see who was in there. 95, big Hayden Varner's doing it all here. He kicks off, then goes down and tries to get himself in the running for a slobber knocker award on that tackle. Nice play. Best out in the open. That's a nice play there by Wapello out to their first down of the second half, their third of the football game. 1st and 10 on the Wapello 42-yard line. And there's another fumble, and I think the quarterback got it back, so that's... Oh, is it freshman? We've got a freshman quarterback in there now for Wapello, so boy, oh boy. We've seen some young quarterbacks here tonight. Another nice run by Wapello, breaks it off the left side, and whoa, baby. Boy, oh boy, number 32, Pat Gates, really put a lick on that young man. The freshman quarterback in there now is Travis Eversmeyer. And there goes the ball loose again. We'll wait and see with a 4th down here, and boy, oh boy, it's just very hard to get any continuity going when you lose that first-string quarterback. Wapello struggling at this point. Gates and Kessler back, and it's another booming kick at the 10. It's going to go into the end zone. Nice kick by Wapello. Number 81 for Wapello, Jaron Gerst. doing a great job, and we also have a flag on the field. There comes one off. There was a personal foul against Wapello on that last play, but it was declined by the Bears, so the Bears take over on their own 20-yard line here. And a little inside reverse to O'Neill. He's out to the 25 and out to about the 29-yard line. That's mad. Time expired there in the third quarter. Bears take over here, 2nd down and 1. First play of the fourth quarter. Coleman still at quarterback. Fakes once, throws out here in the flat, intended for Gates, and nice play. And a tremendous block there by Kessler. And on number 10, we got some discussion going here in the box as to whether that was a pass or a lateral. But anyway, it was good for 11 yards. Gates got up a little slowly, went off the field under his own power. Howie Gates this time for about 2. Number 22, Kessler, brings the play in for the Bears. They lead this thing 29-0 in the fourth quarter here at Wapello. 2nd down, 9 yards to go, and we have a flag. See number 32, Pat Gates, back in the lineup. Bears get a 5-yard delay, a game penalty, so it's 2nd and 15 here. Ball back on the Bear 35-yard line. This time Coleman pumps once, then goes long, has a man clearing down there. That's Kessler. No, a nice play by Wapello on defense. Coleman, a great play by the defensive back for Wapello. If he doesn't get that ball, that's touchdown to Kessler. So it's 3rd down and 15 here for the Bears. Still on their own 35. Coleman back to throw under pressure. And down he goes at about the West Branch 25. Game 29-0 West Branch. Kessler in to punt from about his own 15. If there's any breeze at all, it's out of the south, so he should have a little breeze at his back. It's a better kick this time. Hits at the Wapello 40, taken at the Wapello 31-yard line. Number 5, Jay Schultz in on that tackle. Wapello still goes with their freshman quarterback here, so it's 1st and 10 Wapello on the ball on the Wapello 38-yard line. And the ball's dropped once again. Great field position on the Wapello 40-yard line, and we have a timeout Wapello. Called a timeout there. They were short one man on the field. Now they're back out there, so it's 1st and 10 Bears after the turnover on the Wapello 40-yard line. Bears have started in Wapello territory twice in the second half. Ooh, Gates bounces off a tackler, and watch out. Down to the 30 to the 25. He's going to go again. Pat Gates. 68 yards on 15 carries. Once again, exactly 40 yards on one play drive. They go for 2. Gates has it, and boy, a nice hit there by Wapello. Number 79 for Wapello. Brian Coons hits Gates in the backfield to stop that play. See if Mr. Varner this time goes down and makes the tackle again. Last time he kicks off, makes the tackle. That last good hit there by Wapello was the other number 79, David Swafford. So we want to make sure we give that young man credit. Nice kickoff by Varner all the way down to the 5. And number 77 for the Bears, Mark Hansen in there. A nice punt coverage by the Bears. Wapello takes over on their 24-yard line. Great kick there by Hayden Varner. That's a young man. He's first year of football at West Branch and just doing a nice job. Handoff over left side, and we'll wait and see who number 51, Fennell on the tackle. 2nd down and 9 for Wapello. As we said before, Wapello's had all sorts of trouble just with the center snap here the second half. Caused them a lot of turnovers. Handoff to number 2 around that right end. Left in this football game at Wapello. Bears lead this thing 35-0. 3rd down and 9. Saburn on that last tackle for the Bears. Rolls left and under heavy pressure. Still has time. Gets it downfield and way overthrown. Intended for number 86 for Wapello. That's Justin Bailey. Personal foul against the Bears after that play gives Wapello 1st and 10 on their own 40. Pumps one, then goes long, and Gates is out there. And a nice defensive play. I almost thought it was going to be intercepted, and then they're 12 running plays this second half. They're 0 for 2 in the passing department, so it's 2nd down and 10. Ball still on their own 40. Bears ahead 35-0 here at Wapello. Great night for football. Temperature in the middle 70s, and the ball came out momentarily, but Wapello recovered their own fumble. 74, Tom DeMelnier in for Saburn at tackle. Bears able to get some fresh players in here. As we said, the temperature in the mid-70s. It's warm. Handoff over the left side, and got a flag down, and number 9, O'Neill, made the initial tackle. And Eric Kabla in at nose tackle for the Bears, along with number 77, Mark Hansen. So Kabla getting a little action here. 4th down for Wapello. They'll pump from their 35. It's a great kick. Gates signals a fair catch at about the 24-yard line. After the punt, and Gates calls for the fair catch at the West Branch 24. 1st and 10 Bears. Coleman hands off. There's a nice hole over that right side by Gates, and he's 19, another sophomore. Tim Hamer in the lineup for the Bears. We'd like to tip our hat to that Bear offensive line tonight. Kuzman, Babcock, Fennel, Sabrin, and Teasdale, they've done a good job here. And a little mix-up in the backfield. Coleman rolls right, throws it out, intended for Howie Gates, and it's incomplete. He's busy here at Wapello tonight. Number 81, Jaron Gerst, shaking up on that last play. Coleman keeps the ball and then pitches late to O'Neill, and that's going to be good for about 2 yards. Number 22, Kessler in to punt for the Bears on 4th down. I look for him to get a good one off here pretty quick. He wants to atone for that one bad one. Oh, and there it is, folks. Hits at the 20, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and believe it or not, all the way into the end zone. If our calculations are correct, that was a 65-yard punt by Kessler. Bounced at about the 20 to the 10 and into the end zone. What a night kicking he's had. Handoff pitch to the left side, and that's number 10 for the Bears. We got some new players in here. We'll try to get them as we can. Seidel in on that last tackle. That's who that young man, number 10, is. A lot of these freshmen, sophomores starting to get some playing time here at the end of the game. Picks up a 1st and 10. Number 52, Austin Hatfield in there for the Bears. Number 78, Chris Reddy in there. We'll try number 55 for the Bears in there, Joey Layton. Handoff over the right side. A nice tackle there. That was, when the young man gets up, we'll get his number for you. Number Osmondson in there for the Bears. Number 45, Brian Watson at linebacker. Host of new players here for the Bears. 2nd down and 3. Sweep around this left side. Number 10, Seidel, once again on the tackle. Number 95, that's Big Hayden Varner at that nose tackle spot for the Bears. Wapello picks up another 1st down, so it's 1st and 10 at about the Wapello 43-yard line. Handoff over the left side. Number 78 makes the initial contact for the Bears, then comes back and gets in there again. That's Chris Reddy. 20 to go in this football game here at Wapello. Bears lead this thing 35-0. A lot of young players getting some playing time here. A little inside reverse, and cuts it back inside. Seidel made initial contact, and number 95, that's Big Hayden Varner. Number 15, Mike Osmondson. 14. It's nice to see these players get some playing time here. They're out there every day at practice. Coaches make it a point to try to get everybody in here at the end of the game. Rolls right. This kid's got a good arm on him. Has a man out there, and it's completed about the 45, and I believe he's going to score. That was a 61-yard pass. Well, number 13, the freshman quarterback, Eversmeyer, shows a good arm there. 61-yard pass play. Good for a touchdown. Wapello on the board. Under heavy pressure this time. Throws it in the middle. And it's just simply incomplete there. 18 to go in this football game. 35-7 West Branch. Number 19, Tim Hamer. Number 10, Randy Seidel back deep for the Bears. Number 65 for Wapello. Kicks off, taken at the Bear 30, 35. That's Howie Gates to the 40. Still on his feet. Kabla in at center for the Bears. Bears had 6 possessions in the first half. They scored on 3. They've had 7 possessions in the second half and scored on 2. We'll try to get some individual yardage here for you before we sign off. Handoff over the right side to Hamer. Gabe Waters in at quarterback for the Bears. Number 19, Tim Hamer, seeing his first action of the year in the varsity at halfback. We got Coleman 6 carries for 5 yards. O'Neill 2 carries for 11. Howie Gates 9 carries for 29. That's him with the ball now. He cuts it up the left side, and he'll have 9 more. So give him 10 carries for 38 yards. We got Pat Gates with 16 carries, 172 yards. And Tim Hamer with 1 carry for -1 yards. 5 to go here at Wapello. 35-6 West Branch. 3rd down and 1. Quarterback sneak straight ahead. I think Waters has it. With 14 first downs in this game. That was their 4th of the 4th quarter. We have Wapello with 5. Waters simply kneels on the ball, and that should probably be the last play of the football game with 27 seconds to go. And as we said before, a well-played game here at Wapello. A strong defensive unit put on the field by Wapello. I think it's really exactly like their coach had said before the game, is that the defensive unit spends so much time on the field that they just get wore down at the end of the game. So, real good showing here by Wapello. A good showing by the Bears. A good victory for the Bears. They go to 2-0 in the district. Next week they're going to be facing a good Midland team at West Branch. And then it's on to Northeast Goose Lake. So As always, we thank you very much for coming out and supporting us this week all the way down here to Wapello. We look for your support next week at home as the Bears take on Midland. We'll see you then. This is Wayne Lang, voice of the Bears, saying good night and thanks to everyone.